Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Afreen Halari, and with me here is Ms. Clesia Sequeira, and we together are your hosts for the day. On behalf of the organizers, the management and staff, in collaboration with the PTA of St. Thomas High Secondary School, I extend a warm and special welcome to our chief guest, esteemed judges, enthusiastic participants, media representatives, accompanying teachers, distinguished invitees, and you, my dear friends. Welcome to the only event where applause is encouraged, yawning is basically impossible, and where every moment feels newsworthy. Before we dive in, let us set the tone for today's event. The theme of our competition is Voices of Hope, news that inspires, uplifts, and ignites optimism.
As per theme for today's competition, Voices of Hope. Let's talk about the one thing that keeps us all moving forward, hope. It isn't just a feeling, it's the fuel that drives us. It's the belief that no matter how tough life gets, better days are always possible for us, for our communities and for the world. And that's the power of hope. It turns fear into courage, challenges into opportunities, and dreams into action. As long as hope lives, there's always a way forward. So, what exactly is news presentation? Well, imagine this, breaking news without breaking your patience.
Exactly. It's the art of taking facts, stories, and headlines and delivering them with so much style that even Wi-Fi signals stop buffering and say, wait, we've got to hear this.
And today, our participants aren't just presenters, they're storytellers, entertainers, and maybe even weather forecasters, warning us if things get too stormy on stage.
But don't worry, if there's any suspense today, it's all scripted. No reality TV chaos. Well, unless a mic stops working.
Before we roll into the show, a huge shout out to our judges. Your sharp eyes and sharper minds are what makes this competition real.
To the teachers who guided these participants, you deserve full credit if their news makes sense, and absolutely no blame if it doesn't.
And finally, to our participants, this stage is your newsroom. Your headlines are the stories. Your confidence is the breaking news we're waiting for. So, buckle up everyone.
The news presentation competition starts now.
And it's going to be sharper, smarter, and snappier than the morning headlines.
We now begin with the lighting of the lamp, a symbol of removing darkness and spreading wisdom and knowledge. I kindly request Principal Madam Angelica Fernandez to escort the dignitaries for the lighting of the lamp. Requesting the Chief Guest, Sri Pramod Acharya, member of the Franciscan community, Father Terry Pinto, the Organizing Committee Coordinator, Chalavina Pereira, PTA Treasurer, Mrs. Eve Rodriguez, participant, Master Yash Jagdish Gulbadkar, to kindly come forward to illuminate the symbolic lamp.
Okay team, time to get out. Let's run through the rules and regulations so we all play fair, stay sharp and enjoy the competition. The language of presentation can either be English, Hindi or Konkani. The medium of presentation must be live. A few criteria for the visual support. An audio-visual presentation with still and moving pictures is a must. Background music is allowed. Videos with background music may be used while presenting. The video should not have background commentary or speech. The presenter has to provide live commentary to the video, if any. The time limit is 3 to 5 minutes per contestant. Exceeding the time limit will invite negative marking. A warning bell will be given. Dress code is formals only. The script should steer clear of biased, derogatory, demeaning, and hate news, political, religious, and controversial news, xenophobic news, fictitious news. Kindly note, the decision of the judges will be final and binding. Let us also be aware of the judging criteria through this video presented.
Fluency means farlu bolna, okay? Don't stop, just go on and speak. Now, what is fluency? I would like to tell you something. My favorite candy is eclair, and I have always liked this candy since my childhood. This is a very nice candy. That is why every day I take 2 to 3 eclairs. Eclair is my favorite candy. I like it very much, very much. Lack of fluency means repetition. Lack of fluency means after one sentence you stop. And lack of fluency means you speak word by word. How do you speak word by word? I like eclair candy very much. Okay? This is word for word. So speak fluently. Whether you speak slowly or you speak fast, you have to speak fluently.
It has to make sense to you for it to make sense to anyone else. You're communicating to an audience that may not necessarily understand the particular ins and outs about the story.
So you just have to be efficient and fast and not let the perfect beginning be the good.
Read your script with certain detachment. What could be taken away without affecting the story and without leaving out critical information? The answer to those questions is calling for the lead key in your keyboard.
First thing, when it comes to body language and you want to display confidence, is you want to keep your hands in view. Now let me tell you this though, the thing is, when we can't see somebody's hands, we tend to trust that person less, so it's really important that your hands are in view the entire time. This comes from a psychological point of view. If we're hardwired from years ago, years and years ago, if somebody was going to attack us, it was normally with a weapon that we held in the hands. When we can't see somebody's hands, what we're thinking is, what are they hiding from us?
Have you ever thought about what type of visual aid works best for your pitch or your presentation? Would you believe that slides are probably the worst visual aid? What about props? Sure, but who wants to carry them around? What if I could show you a visual aid that you don't have to lug around in your suitcase? It doesn't have to be plugged into a big screen TV or projector, and it's easier to carry with you than your keys or your phone. And it doesn't matter if you're the featured speaker in an auditorium of 10,000 people at some annual conference, or just having a conversation with friends over a campfire at the beach. What is that visual aid? I just showed you. It's your words. The best presenters will always use their words to create engaging pictures in their audience's minds. Stop throwing your words around like pigeon feed and pause. Take the time to think about what you want to communicate and what pictures those will create in the mind's eye of those listening.
You know, a rocket ship, when it takes off and flies into space, it uses 80% of its fuel. That's the same as a presentation. It takes so much energy and focus in that first 3 to 4 minutes that if you focus and get that right, the rest is much easier.
The moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. Our talented participants are now ready to showcase their news presentation skills and compete for the most coveted title, Each participant has prepared inspiring stories under the theme Voices of Hope, designed to uplift, inspire, and ignite optimism.
Let us begin by inviting participant number 1 to the stage, presenting Ms. Ainsley Francisca D'Souza from St. Xavier's High Secondary School, Mapsa, who will be presenting in English.
That was more than news. It was a moment of connection. Beautifully done. Let's hear a thunderous round of applause for all our participants who presented with finesse and great confidence.
Each presentation today reminds us that amidst challenges, there is always a voice of hope waiting to be heard.
Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's an absolute honor to call upon our esteemed chief guest, Shri Pramod Acharya, to grace us with his presence and share his valuable thoughts.
Great to be here. Our company English mix उलयता. हिंदीची ट्राय करना. आमची हिंदी गोंयकारांची अशी की आमच्याच आंगार येवपाक शकता. I'll stick to what I know because I heard some brilliant Hindi here. I don't want to compete with that. I'm already out of the competition as far as that part is concerned. We had a long discussion on the results. And congratulations to all the participants. The competition was so tough that all the judges we almost came to blows. It was so tough. None of us are ready to agree who is first, second, and third. But jokes apart, I think everybody performed well. Some of you performed better than our news anchors do. So, congratulations to all the participants. Let me start with a very simple thing because all the youngsters are here. And it's a very genuine questions that I want to ask all of you. We have seen many positive stories here, and we have seen very inspirational stories here. The question as a content maker, as a journalist that always haunts me every evening, every morning, is that how many of you make these stories viral? I think all of you are on Facebook, all of you are on Instagram, day in and day out, except your school hours, hopefully. How many of you make these stories viral? These are very inspirational stories. They are from Goa, they are from India, they are international. My question is, how many of you will make these stories viral? And what do you want to make viral? Well, that's what we do, right? We take a smartphone, we click a button, and we decide what will make viral and what will not. And that's how the algorithm picks up. The Facebook algorithm, Insta algorithm picks up what will fly and what will not. I tell you my experience, because you will see that only Shapap Santa Anugram, but if you open your own page, there are all negative news there, right? There are no positive news. I'll give a very simple example and recent examples. All of you are suffering potholes, right? बरोबर? तुमची कमर इल्ले आमच्या की बरे ना, because you are young. आमची कमर आणि आमची गाडी जी आसा ती आमची भशेन जावपाक पावल्या. So they are also suffering. So 8 days back we did a nice story featuring different kinds of gorgeous potholes across Goa. Beautiful potholes with different shapes and sizes. And it was people's issue. We decided that we'll hold people in power accountable, we'll ask them questions, we will haunt them with a very simple fundamental question: when are you giving us good roads? And we did that story. It did not even cross 10,000 views. Very frankly, people's story, something that we face every day. The moment we step out of our house, we all face it, right? Did not even cross 10,000 views. Then I have a very crazy reporter. He says, "Sir, ये चलची ना. The potholes that you are trying to catch hold of PWD minister and PWD engineers. This will not work." I said, "What do you want to do?" So he came up with a brilliant idea. He said, "I am going to do a story by telling people, I'll take one stretch of road, which is the worst, where there are more potholes than the road. You have to find road in the potholes." And I said, "What do you want to do?" He said, "I'll go there at around 8 o'clock at night." I said, "What are you going to do at night? You will not even be able to show proper potholes, right?" He says, "No, sir. I'll go there and I'm going to make a video how to walk on moon. He says, that is how you have to report a pothole story. If you report a pothole story, nobody will watch. But I'm going to do a story called how to walk on moon. I said, are you equipped? Because you cannot be on moon and without a spacesuit. He says, hell with the spacesuit, nobody is bothered about it. I'm only going to show how to walk on moon. He went that evening and he did a story called How to Walk on Moon. The title had no reference of pothole. It was a reporter of mine standing in jeans and t-shirt, certainly not on moon, and trying to show how to walk. That story got 150,000 views. So we tried to hold powers that be accountable, nobody watched. We decided to do a story called How to Walk on Moon, everybody was watching. So that's why I come back to my question. How many of you make these positive stories viral? Because the power is with you, the power is not with us now. Earlier we used to choose what is a good story. Now you decide what is a good reel and what is a good story. I'll give you another example. Again, in the same area, this is in Talegaon. There was around 3-4 months back, I think 3-6 months back, there was a huge water crisis in Talegaon because of some contaminated normal water pipelines and people were suffering. And for almost 45 days, a large population in Talegaon was not getting proper water supply. So सगळ्यांचा प्रश्न हो बरोबर घराकडे जर सकाळी उदक आयलें ना तुम्ही घरातल्यान भायर सरपाक शकता न्हाय नासतना तुम्ही एक भायर सरल्यार कितें जातली पळय परिस्थिती तुमची ही परिस्थिती थंय एका ऑलमोस्ट 5,000-10,000 लोकांची आशिल्ली. इमॅजिन सेम थिंग. We did a good story, we questioned everybody, no response, not even 10,000 views. While my reporter was covering that story, he suddenly found a nice visual. What was that visual? There is a narrow road and it is cutting across the fields. There are fields on both sides of the road and there is a very narrow road. So suddenly, the उदकाची story करपाक गेल्लो. Now that what is so interesting about Redo? All of you must be thinking, what is so interesting about Redo? There Redyaचेर एक मनीस बशिल्लो. Imagine that visual that Redyaचेर एक मनीस बसला, जसो घोड्याचेर बशिल्ल्या भशेन, आनी तो रेडो ताका घेवन ह्या शेतांतल्यान असो वयर सरता, रोड क्रॉस करता आनी दुसरे वटेच्यान वता. This visual was not more than 30 seconds. Not more than 30 seconds. So we decided that it's a good visual, unusual, and we put that visual out. So the problem of water crisis got less than 10,000 views. Correct? Redo got 10 lakh views. So my news guys are coming and asking me, sir, मनशा फाटल्यान लागून फायदो ना. आमी म्हणपाले रेडे, बैल, दुकर, माजरां, पेटे, कोले, सोरोप बेस्ट चलता. तुम्ही एक सोरपाचो बेस्ट तुम्ही जर बरो जर एक सोरपाचो विज्युअल जर आयलो इंस्टाग्रामाचेर तुम्ही 100% पळयतले. तेच जर तुमची लोकॅलिटीतली जर एक स्टोरी दाखयली when your own locality is suffering, you will not watch that story. Now, for me, and I am saying this because this presentation was excellent. And is it because that were the rules and regulations? Now I am saying throw those rules and regulations to the winds. And if we had given you a choice, you can present your own stories. No positive stories. You can choose negative stories, good stories, bad stories, ugly stories. And this is the age group between 15 to 18, right? What would you have chosen? And what will be your choice? तुम्ही तो फोन हातांत घेतना कसली रील्स पळयता? कसली पळयता? तुमी एक तरी स्टोरी पळयल्या तुमी तुमच्या रील्सांचेर जी आमकां बरी बरी दाखयल्या एक तरी पळयल्या एकट्यान पळयल्याच कोणा पळयलें जाल्यार म्हाका सांगात हांव आतांच तुमचो सत्कार करता. It cannot be that when you come for a competition you are hunting for positive stories. But when you go back home and you get your smartphone out, you watch everything else other than what you have done for the competition. Now, this is a very small experiment. And why? Because we have social media and we get raw data from social media. So now all of you are here, almost 15 participants. I want you to do a very small experiment. Hopefully you have these videos, right? All of you are on Facebook and Instagram. Put these videos on Facebook and Instagram. Put these stories on Facebook and Instagram. And just see how many of your own friends, how many of your own classmates decide to circulate it. You are already smiling. All the participants are smiling. Are it is out of lack of confidence or complete confidence? I don't know. Do this. Because you have presented this for the competition, that means it is worth it, right? You have very carefully curated the stories because they are good stories, correct? By that yardstick, those stories should click. So put them on. You have done the hard work. Your graphics are good. Some of you are even matched your presentation with background music and the visuals and the text. So you have already done the hard part. What I am asking you is that there are 15 participants. Take that video. If you want, record it again and put it out on Instagram. And see how much response you get for it. If you get good response, please contact me. I want to find those viewers. And I want them for myself, not for you. If you don't get good response, I think all of you should introspect. That when we take that smartphone out, what are we searching for? What are we looking out for? आमकां जर बेश्टी जर सामकी फापारां रील्स पळोवपा जाय आनी ताजेर जर आमकां टायम स्पेंड करपा जाय, that's our choice. Your Instagram is only going to pick up that this is a person who likes this kind of content and it is only going to push that kind of content. तुमकां जर serious गजाली पळोवपाक जाय, it's going to give you serious. The fault is not with Insta. The fault is not with Facebook. Facebook gives you what you want to watch. Facebook is not your parent. Facebook is not your teacher. I always tell my kids, as a parent, my job is not to give you what you want. My job is to give you what is right. You may like it, you may dislike it. But my job is not to give you what you want. Now that's exactly opposite when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. The job of Facebook and Instagram is to give you what you want. Whether it is right or wrong, it is not bothered. How it will impact you, it is not bothered. What implications it will have, it is not bothered. The job of that site is to give you what you want. Now don't blame that site. We blame our parents and teachers enough. Let's not blame Facebook and Instagram now. What do you want? What do you want to see? What do you want to watch? Because we are exactly at an age and stage where we are going to define what all of us are going to watch and all of us are going to produce. Because the question is, good reels will get created if you want to watch good reels. Bad reels will get created if you want to watch bad reels. So what do you want? And what do you want is a question I think all of you are at the right stage in your life to determine what do you want with your life also. With your careers also. With your streams also. So I think that is the most fundamental question. What do you want? And I think what social media teaches us the most right now is to ask that question to ourselves. What do you want? If you want crap, it will give you crap. If you want something good, it will give you something good. Depends upon you. You will decide what you want. Facebook and Instagram are not going to decide and define what you want. So I hope this becomes a good starting point to understand how many positive stories are out there. Question is, are we paying enough attention? If we are, we will get more positive stories. If we are not, God save us. Now, results. And I am not going to announce those results. So, I stop here because all of you are waiting for results. But I want to see the results of that experiment. Put out your stories on Instagram. And if anyone gets 10 lakh views for positive stories, please contact me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shri Pramod Acharya, for sharing your valuable thoughts with us today. Your words have truly inspired us, made us think deeper, and left us feeling energized and motivated. We are so grateful for your time, your wisdom, and the positivity you brought to this event. Alright everyone, let's make this special. Let's give our chief guest a loud round of applause. So loud that he remembers this moment every time he thinks of today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the suspense is over. The wait is almost at its end. And the time to find out who's made it is finally here. I now invite our respected principal, Ms. Angelica Fernandez, along with Father Winston Barbosa, MSFS, our chief guest and judge for today, Sri Pramod Acharya, the chairman of the PTA, Mr. Zuzi Nazir D'Souza, along with the panel of judges for today's competition, comprising of Ms. Alicia Fernandez and Ms. Nitiksha Gankar, to the stage to declare the results and distribute the prizes. Let's cheer loudly and welcome them with a big round of applause.
A very good day to each one of you. Before I announce the winners, I will take a minute to thank everyone associated in making today's competition a success. A brief history I would like to tell. We always organized biannually an elocution competition, All Goa Inter-High Secondary Elocution. But this year we thought, let's do something different. And we thought of the news presentation competition. It is definitely a challenge. Even when we perceived the idea, it was a challenge. But I would like to thank each and every staff member who has contributed from the conception till today to bring it to a finale. I would appreciate our students and the invitees to give a loud round of applause to the institution, management, staff for their hard work. And what we have witnessed here is all the preparation and the things, because it was technically involved also. So to get these things done, it was a little challenge, but we have taken it. And I'm happy now to declare the results. They are with me, but I would also like to take time to say a big thank you to our chief guest of the day, Sri Pramod Acharya, both the judges, Ms. Alicia and Nitiksha, and our management representative, Father Winston, who is with us, our PTA chairman, who is with us. So thank you very much for sparing your time. Actually, your presence here has given credibility to this show. Thank you very much. And I've not seen the results. But first of all, let me thank each and every participant. You have been awesome. All of you have done your best, and I enjoyed every bit of it together with the audience. And whatever comes, winning, losing is not a big thing. What counts is your participation. Thank you. Convey our thanks to your principals, to the teachers who have trained you and taken trouble to bring you here. Thank you very much. We have a total of 5 prizes, the first 3 places and 2 consolation prizes. I shall begin with the second consolation prize, which includes a cash prize and certificate. I invite Father Winston Barbosa to hand over this prize. This prize is bagged by Miss Megan Grace Dias, GVM's High Secondary, Ponda. And we give her a loud round of applause. Father, please stay on. The first consolation prize, if I may tell the scores, the second consolation prize bagged 112 points out of 150. The first consolation place is 117 out of 150, bagged by Chetna Sanjeev Naik of Dr. K.B. Hegdevar High Secondary, Kuchira. And now for the third place, I invite our judge, Ms. Nitiksha Dankar. And the winner is, this is the third place, has bagged 120 out of 150. Master Yash Jagdish Durbatkar, St. Andrews High Secondary, Vasco. Coming to the second place, I invite Ms. Alicia Fernandez to please come forward, and the winner here for the second place with 123 points out of 150 is, I've seen first time, is Carol Fernandez of St. Thomas HSS Aldona. And now, the best young news presenter. The first place is bagged by Miss Julie Manesh Gawas, 124.5 out of 150. I request
Now, we would like to invite Sir Director Branches, the Organizing Committee Coordinator, to the stage to propose the vote of thanks.
It has been rightly said, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a gift and not giving it. With that spirit, on behalf of the management, staff and students, I rise to deliver the vote of thanks for today's All Goa Inter-High Secondary News Presentation Competition 2025-2026. At the outset, I extend a profound gratitude to our chief guest and judge, Sri Pramod Acharya, who wholeheartedly accepted our invitation and whose inspiring presence has truly illuminated this occasion. So your words will echo in the minds of young presenters and learners for the years to come. They say, true guidance is like a lamp that does not lose its light while lighting another. Our learned judges, Miss Alisha Fernandez and Miss Nitiksha Gaonkar, we owe a deep debt of appreciation for your discerning, evaluation, gracious feedback. Your erudition and discerning judgment have lent gravitas to this competition. A special thanks to the heads of all higher secondary schools who had their students participate in today's competition. A belief in their students to turn ordinary news into extraordinary narratives is truly exemplary. A special word of admiration to the participants from various schools. Your eloquence, confidence, and journalistic zeal gave today's event in its true spirit. Your plethora of talent displayed remarkable articulation, confidence, and journalistic spirit. You reminded us of the words of Socrates, "Speak so that I may see you." Truly, your words we have seen in your brilliance. Your passion and dedication have truly illuminated the potential of young journalists in the field of journalism in Goa. A special thanks to the MLA of Aldona constituency, Sri Advocate Carlos Alvarez Pereira, for his tireless commitment and unwavering guidance. Without your foresight, sir, this event would have just remained a dream. To the Sarpanch of Aldona Panchayat, Mr. Ashwin D'Souza, Ward Punch member, Mr. Harish Mayekar, for their continued support and cooperation whenever we have events. A special thanks goes out to the junior engineer of the electricity department, Aldona, for his unwavering support for ensuring uninterrupted power supply. A special mention to the in charge of the police outpost, Aldona, for maintaining a peaceful and cordial environment to conduct today's event smoothly. We owe our gratitude to the medical team of Primary Health Center Aldona for rendering their support and quick response to all our events. We thank the media fraternity for amplifying the voices of our students, our sponsors, and our very own highly enthusiastic and vibrant PTA Executive Committee members of this institution. Your generosity and unwavering encouragement has fortified our efforts in making this event a grand success. A heartfelt thanks to the management of St. Thomas Higher Secondary School, Aldona, member of the School Management Committee, Father Winston Barbosa, and Reverend Father Terry Pinto, MSFS, member of the Francalian Community, Aldona. Our very own manager, Reverend Father Gerard Sairaj, MSFS, and our very own respected principal, Mrs. Angelica Fernandez. Your vision and steadfast reminders that education is not merely the filling of a pail, but indeed the lighting of a fire. This event has been wonderful for a platform of celebrating talent and fostering interest in the news presentation. Behind the seamless program were the invisible hands of our teachers, coordinators, and volunteers who worked diligently with devotion and passion. Their meticulous planning and dedication was incredibly instrumental in bringing us all together. As the proverb goes, the influence of a good teacher can never be erased. Teachers, your guidance today will surely linger in the hearts of your young presenters. Your dedication and presence has embodied the very essence of collaboration and community. And finally, to the wonderful audience, our own students of this institution and our very own well-wishers, for being the strength and soul of this gathering. Your encouragement has elevated the spirit of this event. In conclusion, let me leave you with a thought. News tells us what happened today. Education prepares us for what must happen tomorrow. I say with pride and confidence, today we have celebrated both. Let's give a big round of applause to everybody gathered here. And with that, I offer my sincere gratitude to one and all. Thank you for making this event memorable and meaningful. God bless you. Drive safely back home. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Hello everyone, my name is Manef Gauss and I am studying in Depo Higher Secondary in 11th Commerce. Today in St. Thomas School, Aldona, there was a news reading competition organized and I have bagged the first place. I'm feeling immensely happy, and this prize is not only mine, but I dedicate this prize to my family first, my school and my teacher for giving me this opportunity. My teacher, Ma'am Shraddha Naik, who has given me this opportunity. She chose me to come for this news reading competition. I have been preparing for around a week. I saw different news videos. I prepared myself accordingly, how to organize the news, how to speak properly, how to maintain my posture, etc. And the results have been seen today. Thank you very much to you all.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to In the News with me, Zui Gauss. Today, I'll be presenting 5 uplifting stories. Stories that highlight hope, progress, and achievement. Before we get into detail, let us take a look at the headlines.
I'm Carol Fernandez from St. Thomas Higher Secondary School. I have won the second place, but I owe it all to the teachers who prepared me, Miss Lalsa and my class teacher, Miss Aisita, and also my dear parents, who took practices time and time again to make sure until I was perfect, and I owe it mostly to them. I do not want to have a career in news presentation, but I hope to be a pastry chef one day.
Good morning and welcome to your favorite news channel, The Lighthouse of Hope, where every headline transforms into a ray of hope. Because here, the glass isn't just half full, it's brimming with positivity. I'm Carol Fernandez, your news anchor for the day. Serving you.
I haven't presented news before, and this is the first time I'm taking part in an All competition. And as I sat on that chair, I could see all the faces of all the participants, the teachers, and my dear students. And I saw hope in their eyes, hope that maybe I would be good. But in my mind, I had only one thing going on, and that was having to raise the name of the school high up. And I guess that's what kept me going. And I prayed and hoped that it could give me a good result.
That's all for today from your favorite news channel. Catch us live every Monday to Saturday for your daily dose of optimism. Stay awesome, stay optimistic. Until next time, this is Carol Fernandez signing off.
My name is Yash Jagdish Durbarkar and I won the 3rd place for the news presentation today held at St. Thomas Aldona Higher Secondary School. So I am very thankful for my institution, St. Andrews Higher Secondary, Vasco Goa, for giving me this opportunity. Also thanking my teachers who supported me in this and also teacher which accompanied with us. And basically the motivation that I got was from my father. Like he is in this Patrakar Sangh, he was a reporter, now he is doing something else. But I wanted to do something like follow his footsteps. So thank you.
तो मैं हूँ यश जगदीश दुर्बारकर, कैमरामैन रूबन के साथ आपसे अगली बार मिलूंगा कुछ नए सकारात्मक खबरें लेकर. तब तक के लिए धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय भारत.
St. Thomas Higher Secondary School today organized All Goa Inter-High Secondary News Presentation Competition. We invited many high secondaries from Goa, and the response we got was good. 18 high secondaries had agreed to participate, but unfortunately, due to some reasons, 3 were unable to come. So the competition was between 15 high secondaries from different talukas of Goa, both north and south. The participants were really good. They gave a show as if they were real news presenters. The digital part as well as the presentation both were awesome. Uh, the panel of judges here were Shri Pramod Acharya, of Prudent Media. We had Miss Alisha Fernandez, and the third judge was Miss Nitiksha Gaonkar, all personalities from the media. And we were really happy to have Shri Pramod Acharya. It really gave credibility to our show because this was the first time we organized an inter-high secondary news presentation competition. It involved a lot of challenges for us. In the beginning of the year when we decided to host this competition, there was a lot of people trying to get to know what would be the difficulties. We did a lot of homework, and finally today I'm really grateful to God and my staff for the wonderful thing which we saw because everything went as planned. The technical part especially, we were worried about that because there could be problems and high secondaries could have protested and all that, but nothing of that sort happened. They could present at the same time, they could also have their technical thing moving. So I thank everyone. I also thank you press people for being here and covering it for us because this is something unique which we did, and I'm grateful to everyone who have coordinated to make this day a success. Yes.
आयज सेंट थॉमस हायर सेकंडरीन ऑल गोवा न्यूज प्रेजेंटेशन कॉम्पिटिशन आयोजित केले. दर वर्सा आमी ऑल गोवा कॉम्पिटिशन करता हायर सेकंडरी खातीर, पण ते वेगवेगळ्या विशयाचेर आसता, डिबेट आसता जावं एड्युकेशन आसता. पण ह्या वर्सा एक वेगळे तरेन एक कॉम्पिटिशन आमी केलें आयच्या तरणाट्या खातीर. हें जग म्हटलें एक न्यूज आसा, समाचार, खबरो, आनी ह्यो खबरो प्रभावीपणान लोकां पर्यंत पावप हें भोव गरजेचें. आनी आयच्या तरणाट्यांक, ज्या तरणाट्यांक ह्या न्यूज प्रेजेंटेशन करपाक, टीव्हीर एंकर जावपाक जावं कॉम्पेर जावपाक उमेद आसा, अशा भुरग्यांक एक माची मेळची ह्या हावेसान सेंट थॉमस हायर सेकंडरीन अंदू अखील गोंय उच्च माध्यमीक विद्यार्थ्यां खातीर ही सर्त आयोजीत केली. आतां हे सर्तीन कोणूय वांटेकार जावंक शकना. तो वांटेकार जातलो जाल्यार ताका कॉन्फिडन्स आसपाक जाय, तो स्मार्ट आसपाक जाय, तो शार्प आसपाक जाय, तेची तकली फास्ट चलपाक जाय, ताका एके वाटेन न्यूज सांगपाक जाय, दुसरे वाटेन विज्युअल्स आसता, पिक्चरां आसता जावं व्हिडिओ आसता तेय दाखोवंक जाय. सो तेंचें कॉम्बिनेशन जावपाक जाय आनी हें कॉम्बिनेशन करपाक एक क्विकनस आसपाक जाय, शार्पनस आसपाक जाय, स्मार्टनस आसपाक जाय. आनी तितून लँग्वेजीचेर फ्लुएन्सी जावं ती कोंकणी, हिंदी, इंग्लीश ह्या भाशांचेर जे स्मार्टनस जावं ह्या भाशांचेर जे वर्चस्व आसपाक जाय तें आयज आमी जायत्या भुरग्यां वरवीं हांगा पळयलें. आमकां खात्री आसा आयज जे भुरग्यांनी हांगा प्रेजेंट केलां तेतूंतले नक्कीच थोडे तरी भुरगे हे गोंयचे फुडाराक एंकर, न्यूज रिडर जावपाक शकतले. तांकां जर मातशें ट्रेन केलें, मातशें जर तांकां पॉलिश केलें जाल्यार म्हाका खात्री आसा की गोंयचें नांव व्हड करतले. गोंयांत न्हू तर ते देश पातळीचेर एक बरें न्यूज वाचपी जावंक शकता. आयच्या ह्या सर्तींत वांटेकार जाल्ल्यो सगळ्यो उच्च माध्यमीक विद्यार्थी, तेंचे प्राचार्य, तेंचे शिक्षक जेणी तांकां ट्रेन केल्या आनी सगळे भुरगे आनी तेंचे आवय बापूय, तांकां सगळ्यांक हायर सेकंडरीच्या वतीन हांव मना काळजांतल्यान देव बरें जावं म्हणटा. फुडाराकूय आमी अश्योच बऱ्यो सर्ती आयोजीत करुया जेचे वरवीं आमच्या तरणाट्यांक एक बळगें मेळटलें, एक कॉन्फिडन्स मेळटलो, एक आत्मविश्वास मेळटलो. देव बरें जावं.
The final headline of the day being, this event has been a huge success.
And we couldn't have done it without you, the audience, who made it all worthwhile.
That's right. Thank you, stay awesome, and remember, we report the news.
but today you made the news.
Have a great weekend.